Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Nintendo Switch game ARMS. Now, this game is super fun. It's a really interesting take on the whole boxing thing. It reminds me a lot of the Wii boxing, but incredibly better. It's got some of the best motion controls I've ever had. It has a lot of controller options, which it's really cool to have that many. You have the two Joy-Cons you can hold in each hand, and this is the motion controls. You punch and you bob and weave, and these are really fun this is the best way to play, in my opinion, as far as the most fun you can have. It's not always the best because of user flexibility and endurance. I'll say that because it makes my arms very tired, because you can't just like whap it like you would with the Wii boxing. You actually have to like follow through and turn them and like you have to try to aim them. You can't just waggle it like you could with the Wii. The motion controls are accurate to your movements, but as far as playing, I would say it's the best way to play. It really feels like you're in it, and you have to like bob and weave like a actual boxer would. So it really immerses you in the gameplay of it. You can play with the single Joy-Con sideways. For example, if you just meet up with someone and you have your Switch and you're just like, hey, you want to play ARMS? You can pop off a Joy-Con and give it to them. This is the least desired way to play, I would say, just because the buttons are so limited. Like, you can only do so much with this, but it's still cool that it's in there. The Joy-Con grip and Pro Controller is also a great way to play. This is the easiest way to play, because in ranked matches and stuff, I found myself ranked matches and higher level difficulties in the campaign, I found myself just getting railed by the opposing team with motion controls. So I went to the Pro Controller controls. They were a little easier to guide my punches and dodge. Mainly, they were a lot easier to dodge, I'll say that. But overall, the game's incredible. The controls are super easy to learn. They are easy to do. They flow great, and they really complement the game well. I really like all the fighters and their abilities. It's very, it's varied for the amount of abilities you have. Each fighter has a specific one. For example, Springman can, once he gets down to a fourth of his health, his gloves become permacharged, so you don't have to do charge attacks. You can just let the punches fly and you're charged. So he's got that cool like underdog ability, and he also has another ability that he can deflect incoming punches somehow. I haven't really mastered that one yet, but every fighter has seemingly two sets of specific abilities. Some of them do tend to overlap, though, like Master Mummy and Mechanica both don't flinch when they're hit with light attacks. But Mechanica can hover and Master Mummy can regenerate health when he blocks. But overall, the abilities were really cool. I found myself getting used to fighting with them the more I played with them, and utilizing those abilities of that character to really come out on top. All the arms are really interesting. It's a cool little mini game to unlock them. I thought was fun. I didn't like that all the characters were unlocked right from the get-go. ARMS takes kind of a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe approach and just gives you all the characters from the start, and you have to unlock all the arms for every character, which kind of was iffy to me. Like, it's cool to have them, but I also I like to unlock stuff. So I think there should have been unlockable characters and maybe special achievements you had to achieve to get said characters or to get certain arms. The lack of a story is also kind of a negative in my book. It's really just a championship, like a world tournament, and it advertises as such. It's not like they said there was going to be a story and there wasn't. I was just hoping for a little bit more of a story, kind of like how Twisted Metal, it's just a tournament, but at the end there's a cutscene of them getting their wish or whatever. I would like to have seen what like Ninjara and Twintelle did with their ARMS championship. ARMS also has some fantastic online play. It's very smooth, it's very fluid, there's little to no lag that I've experienced at all. It's one of the better games for Switch online. Granted, there's not too many at the moment, but it's still really good to see that Nintendo is focusing more on online play this console than they have in the past. But the online play is really good for ARMS. The only complaint I have about it is there aren't lobbies. There's party match and ranked match. Party match is just it's like a bunch of games thrown into one. You can do one-on-one fight, one-on-one fight, and 4-player free-for-all. You can do 2-on-2 fights, 3 versus headlock fights, volleyball, basketball, and target smash. Which it's all fun. It decides randomly what you're playing, but when you're playing with 2 players on one console, it won't always pick 2-player modes. So that was... I wish there were lobbies for it so I could choose like 2-player, like a team lobby or single-player lobby, or be able to choose whether I want to play v-ball or basketball or target smash. Ranked match is really difficult. That's where all the A1 players pull out all the stops, and it's simply just fight. It's really difficult. I have had some difficulty getting up in the ranks. That again, that's where the motion controls kind of hurt you, and you need to, I at least need the accuracy of the Pro Controller to even stand a chance. Which it might just be I suck at the game, so who knows. But overall, ARMS is an amazing game. I would highly recommend you buy it. It's really fun. It's great for parties. Like, playing multiplayer in it is really, really fun. And if you want some of the best motion controls out there to date, ARMS is your game. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 because the gameplay's amazing. The online play is great, but there's no main story or character story, and there's no unlockable characters, and no online lobbies. Alright, and that's my review of ARMS for Nintendo Switch. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more reviews, top 10s, and what have you at a later date. Alright, goodbye.